Hi guys, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. This is Car Chronicles. Thank y'all for being here. My apologies for being late, you guys. I had a phone call that I had to handle this morning prior to hopping on. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're here. My apologies, you guys, for being late. I was saying I had a phone call I had to handle prior to hopping on. So I'm here though. I know y'all were wondering, like, okay, Caramel, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. I see y'all coming in. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm a little late. I had an important phone call I had to handle this morning before I hopped on here. So hopefully we can go ahead on and get done. Give you guys this Car Chronicles. I know y'all been waiting on this morning. I hope you guys checked out the video from last night. I went live last night. We spilled some tea. We drug a little bit. We acted up just a little bit. For those of you that did not get to check that video out, please go ahead and do that. And also hit the like button, okay? Yes, say good morning, get your drag on. Good morning, good morning. Says I was waiting and wondering. Glad you're here. Yes, I was coming, guys. Like I was saying earlier, I had a important phone call I had to handle prior to getting on here that went just a little longer than I expected. But nevertheless, we are here, okay? All right, let's get started. Y'all know I like to do celebrity news first. All right. We like to knock celebrity news out first, honey. Okay. So last night, as you guys know, for those of you who watched, I don't know. When I watch the Grammys, if y'all watch the Grammys, I like to just watch the people that I like, because sometimes the Grammys can be hella boring. Okay. But nevertheless, the Grammys came on last night. There were so many people there that got rewards. They had a hip hop segment to where they were paying homage to hip hop, honey, and a nice show was put together where they had Run DMC perform, Queen Latifah was there, Money Love was performing, Questlove, did I say Questlove? LL Cool J. It was a whole bunch of people, y'all, for the hip hop segment, and I thought that was just super hype, and they got so much love from the audience. Like everybody was getting into it. It was hype. Um, Congratulations to Beyonce. She is known, honey, as they said she breaks the record for the most Grammys won by an artist ever. That is huge. All right. Y'all know Beyonce, honey, gives when she's on stage, and I be all the way here for it. So Beyonce has received the most Grammys won ever. Okay. Beyonce has received, last night she received a Grammy. All right, her 32nd Grammy Award. Ain't that impressive? 32 Grammys. Like, who can top that? Damn. I was like, girl, is there anything that you cannot do, Beyonce? 32 Grammys. So she got her 32nd Grammy Award last night. Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna play for you guys. Beyonce, honey, getting her award. Shout out TMZ. All right. You gonna play it, TMZ? Y'all gonna play me like that? Hold on. Ciao. All right, let's see. Hold on. All right, let's back it up.
I'm trying not to be too emotional. And I'm trying to just receive this night. I want to thank God for protecting me.
Yes, honey.
Thank you, God. I'd like to thank my Uncle Johnny, who's not here.
Look at Jay-Z.
But he's here in spirit. I'd like to thank my parents, my father, my mother, for loving me and pushing me. I'd like to thank my beautiful husband, my beautiful 3 children who are at home watching. I'd like to thank the queer community for your love and for inventing this genre. God bless you. Thank you so much to the Grammys. Thank you.
Yes, wasn't that good? Yes, shout out TMZ for that. Okay. 32 Grammys. That's so impressive. I'm so proud of Beyonce, and I'm a huge fan of Beyonce. I love just about everything she put out, baby. When I tell you, I go and listen to it, and I learn every single word. And when she's singing, I would do every run, every riff, everything that she do, honey. If she holler, I'm hollering. I love me some Beyonce. Speaking of Beyonce, people are setting up GoFundMe's, you guys, to purchase tickets for Beyonce's upcoming Renaissance tour. Now, I already did a live where I talked about said what's wrong with Jay-Z's face. Y'all like me, y'all do this everything. But anyway, people are setting up GoFundMe's for tickets, to purchase tickets to go to Beyonce's Renaissance tour. Like, I don't think that GoFundMe should be set up for that. Like, I mean, come on. And I get it that the tickets are mad high. Like, I already told y'all, like, certain sections that you can sit in at the this upcoming Renaissance tour, you could pay up to $9,000, $9,900. Like, who in the hell is gonna be spending that on some tickets? Like, y'all, $9,000. Like, hell, I'm not even spending $1,000. I'm sorry, like I said, I like Beyonce, but I'm gonna have to just watch you from the house, baby, because that's giving too much for me. Okay, that's giving me way too much. Okay, too much. Also at the Grammys, while we're talking about the Grammys, R&B singer and producer The Dream, y'all know who he is. Okay. He's getting some backlash for his comment that he made at the Grammys last night. Whenever Beyonce was going up to get her Grammy, she took forever, honey. Beyonce wanted everybody to see what she had on. She was dressed to the gods. She took her sweet time getting up on stage to go and get her damn Grammy. Upon her doing that, whenever they called Dream up there to give him a Grammy for the song that he helped produce for Beyonce, produce for Beyonce, he got up there and he said, "Niggas be on CP time." And the crowd just went, oh, it was like a gasp. Because you know, you're in a crowd. The Grammys is a crowd of it's a mixed crowd of people. So for him to get up there and say that, it was just kind of like, that was kind of inappropriate. Okay. I was just like, Dream, really? Come on now. Now, if you're around like us, like our people, then, you know, and really you really shouldn't be calling people that anyway, the N word. But if you're going to go there, I would prefer it not be in a mixed crowd such as the Grammys, where you have a lot of prestigious people there. And that's a dress up event where you have, other people there that may feel uncomfortable with you using that word so loosely like that. A lot of people did not like it, and he's getting a lot of backlash about it. Okay. So yeah, and he was in reference to, like I said, Beyonce taking her sweet time getting up there. But I was just like, Dream, that was a little distasteful for you to go there, sir. Okay. That was a little team too much, if you will. But let's move on. Again, thank you guys for being here. So Tisha, honey, is pressed. Tisha is pressed, you guys. I went back and was looking at something for part 3 of the reunion for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Tisha is pressed, and she's blaming Melody for someone pulling her arrest records. Well, my thing is this: why the hell you got all these arrest records? What are you trying to hide? What is it in your life that you got going on where you got to keep getting arrested? Like, what is really going on? Y'all want to be out here saying that y'all upstanding business people, but you got all these skeletons falling out the closet, and then you always want to go back and blame Melody for it. What does Melody have to do with it? What does Melody have to do with it? Is it Melody's fault that y'all have abatement charges? Is it Melody's fault that you was arrested for fighting in the streets down there in Savannah, Georgia? Is it Melody's fault that you got delinquent taxes? Is it Melody's fault that you've been caught stealing and arrested for that? Is it Melody's fault that we just found out, and I'm gonna say allegedly, but from a source that says that Tisha was arrested also on a drug charge? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Is that Melody's fault? Is that Melody's fault that Tisha was arrested on an alleged drug charge? In every other charge, you don't pay your taxes? That's not a good look. You're on a national platform now to where people are watching you on national television, and you always like to blame someone else for your BS, but you cannot take responsibility. So that makes you come off as looking like your friend now, Mr. Tellyjuice Martell, who don't take no responsibility for what he does. You look narcissistic as hell. Now I get it's embarrassing. You trying to, you want to be seen as in a different light. You want people to see you differently because you're a business person now. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I haven't heard of any arrest records with Melody, but she did help cover up the arrest record with Martel. Okay, we already talked about it. I did a whole live about it where he was arrested with ATMs. What is going on in Huntsville, Alabama, with them down there committing all these crimes. The whole show seems like everybody on there, a bunch of damn criminals. Like, what is going on? Melody seems to be the only one on there that's on the up and up that does not have a criminal record, you guys. And y'all know I like to dig over here and I like to find the tea, baby. I was just like, Tisha, really? Not quiet Tisha, not Tisha who barely say any words. And a lot of people were saying that Tisha is just like Wanda. I keep saying, and I said it before. Somebody else was telling me, okay? Somebody else was telling me, a reliable source is telling me that Tisha is just like Wanda. They said, do not look at that little, attitude that she has on the shoulder where she be trying to act all quiet and where she don't do nothing to this innocent little, They said Tisha is a hot damn mess. She's loud. She likes to fight. She like to run up in people's face. And we see it now. You have charges for that, ma'am. What you kicking your shoes off down there in Savannah, Georgia, trying to fight somebody and then got their ass arrested? You got caught stealing out of a store, okay? Like, girl. But then it's Melody's fault. She's mad at Melody. I'm going to play you guys this clip where she's at the reunion trying to blame Melody for her, for her arrest record, saying that Melody tried to have somebody pulling her arrest records. All right, here we go.
She has not seen any of the things that
that's Kiki talking.
Now I had a Christmas party. Kimmy, she told me, Kiki had a lot to say. Kiki better watch her back. I thought he was good. I thought so too. Until that last situation with you and Marcel, but I'm talking to Mel about my personal business. So what is the point to tell you guys? Oh, by the way, she was addicted to pain prescription. And they said it like a joke, like something. So y'all like y'all pills up. Kiki and Mel friendship is Mel used to Kiki. Period. You better think, bitch. I will bring it out if I have to.
That's Kiki arguing with Marceau, and she says she's going to expose him.
So one of the most asked questions we got is from you, Melody. They want to know, why did you invite Kiki to your event knowing that's Tisha's cousin? I met Kiki actually for the first time before I met Tisha. We both share a mutual best friend. So I've known Kiki for quite some time. And so I invited her to my Christmas party. My Christmas party. Tisha, you said that you felt Melody brought Kiki around to comfort you. Is that how she did? And you wanted Kiki to come on the show to talk about Tisha. I knew that Kiki's experiences with Tisha had been very similar to mine in terms of how she moves. And so I thought, girl, can you believe that? I might need you to come on here and also express how she is, because this is ridiculous. Kiki, yeah. We can talk about who you bringing on to come for me. No, we're talking about Kiki, right? But I'm talking about Kiki. Girl, please stop it. No, we know you have to get that. Oh, Kiki, by the way. May I tell you that she hired somebody at the state of Alabama to pull me and Marcel records? No, I don't remember that. She never told you. I never remember. She should. They got somebody that worked at the courthouse in high school to pull you and Marcel. I said that? Yes, she absolutely. I do not remember saying that. You gonna see Mel today, so
So that's when Tisha goes back to get those stupid ass puppets. Where she, you gonna be Mel's puppet today? I'm about to leave off the stage now. And then she comes back with them stupid ass puppets. Y'all remember that was part 3 of Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. Now Tisha is upset, like I said, and blaming Melody. I don't understand why it always everybody likes to blame Melody for everything that happens in their life. Marceau the same way. Okay, Marceau is the same way. All right, all the Scots like to blame Melody anytime something does not go well in their life. That's why Melody said at the reunion, I'm cutting each and every one of y'all off. Like, I'm not forgiving nobody, never, because I'm sick and tired of my name coming up and stuff. And I'm tired of being blamed for you guys' mess that y'all be caught up in. Okay. Now it's looking like Martel is trying to do the same damn thing. He is upset because Melody will not come back to him. So everything stems back to being Melody's fault, when she is the only one on this show, like I just said, who does not have any type of arrest record and who does not have any type of felony or misdemeanor or anything of that nature up on her, like the rest of the cast. Everybody else seems to be these criminals who just happened to have this opportunity to be on national television and look crazy in front of the whole world. But then you want to try to spin the narrative to make people think that you guys are on the up and up when you're really not. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So that is what Tisha was upset about. That is why Tisha started crying at the event where when they were all in Besma, and they had all of her family there. And Kiki was talking about what she was going to expose with them. And Marceau did the whole, don't you do it, don't you do it. That was him doing all that yelling in the video I just played. Kiki knows a lot about what happened between Tisha and Marceau and all these little secrets that they be trying to hide. That's why I said, when you on national television on that type of platform, you need to be talking about your stuff, because you don't want somebody else digging it and pulling it up like, who? Be she, her. Okay, you know I'm going to do it. You know I'm going to do it. That's my job to do it, is pull up and dig up tea. So if you don't want somebody else divulging your secrets, then you do it. Don't be sitting there trying to hold on to it. So that is why Tisha was pissed off and upset, is because she has an alleged drug charge out there that she did not want to come out on the show. All right. Yeah. So then she wanted to also try out there as to say that Carlos King asked Melody, asked the cast not to talk about Melody. Melody and Martel not being together during the time that Melody and Martel were originally separated, but was told by Carlos King and production to reconcile and be back together for the sake of the show. Okay. But my thing is, Carlos King, you seem like you kind of coming off as fake, because the video that I played last night where he was talking about people not showing their real life, why would you tell them just so that you can get a coin in your pocket to get back together and appear to be back together so that the show could continue? Because you were upset that you had already pitched this show to own, and then in the middle of you pitching it, because it was 2 years after Melody brought Love and Marriage Huntsville to Carlos as to when they actually put the show out there. So Melody put the show up there. Melody pitched the show to Carlos King. And it was 2 years before they actually put the show out and started getting the cast together for the show. So within that time, Mel and Martell decided to separate, and Carlos told the both of them to get back together for the sake of the show. Okay. So that's how that happened. But he had a whole lot to say about Rob and Dixon lying and with Real Housewives of Potomac not showing their real life and talking about what's really going on in their life and looking fake. That to me was fake. For you to ask her to be in a situation that she had already made up her mind to separate and leave this person because he continued to cheat and disrespect her. So you want her to stay in that situation for the sake of you getting a check from OWN and for you, I guess, keeping your reputation. You don't want to look stupid and say, okay, I done pitched this show and now y'all ain't together no more. I don't care if he's being disrespectful to you. I don't care if he's talking crazy to you. I don't care if he's running around cheating on you. Y'all get back together and look happy because we're trying to do a show. That to me looks kind of out there, if you ask me. I'm not trying to be with somebody who disrespect me like that. I don't give a damn about no check. Keep your check. No, I gotta go. No. But my thing is, I want Carlos to start focusing on what's going on his own damn show and force Tisha and them to be talking about what they need to talk about. I'm very interested to see how season 6 coming up is going to be, because Melody has already let them know, y'all not about to ride my back no more. You're not going to keep using me for a storyline. So now that's going to force them to have to talk about what's really going on with them in terms of their life. All these little secrets and skeletons that y'all have in y'all closet, that's going to have to come out now, because what you going to talk about? Martell, like I said, he recycling stuff. Talking about this stupid ass upscale magazine. It should have been called Downscale. That's what it should have been called, Downscale Magazine. You want to bring that out and have this stupid ass party talking about a reveal. It's a reveal because the damn magazine was out in October. We done talked about it. So I don't understand it. But and speaking of Martell, I don't understand too why, like I said, why you want to tear down another black man. In terms of Mr. Devin Keith, we already talked about that. I don't understand why he is so focused on trying to tear down another black man and call out his charges and all that, when Martell has some serious charges. Like, sir, Mr. Devin was charged with a misdemeanor, which he can go and get that expunged and be on his way. Okay, he admitted his wrong on that. But we haven't yet to hear, Martell, about you talking about your whole ATM heist. We have yet to hear about that, why you use Melody to talk to her higher ups to try to get that expunged from your record so that you can get a job teaching at the school. because you had a felony. Martell had a felony behind this whole ATM situation, but he don't want to talk about that. He don't want nobody to bring that up. Now, he wanted that swept under the rug so he can run around here in them damn suits and look important. Okay, running behind Melody like a little lap dog trying to look important. Now, you want to talk about that, but then you want to bring another black man down, not realizing that you can be on your way to Atlanta, Georgia, go down there and be fake with Sheree and get pulled over by the police and go through the same mess, if not worse. The way these police are out here now, I don't put it past them. So while you are laughing at the downfall of another black man, you should be uplifting, especially with everything that's going on with Tyree Nichols, where he has recently lost his life to police brutality. It's uncouth. It's so uncouth. And it's all because you're jealous that Melody don't want you back and that she is allowing someone else to be in a space where you once were. But you lost that because you didn't know how to be respectful. You didn't respect this woman. So don't be upset with her now because she choose somebody else. There's probably going to be a stepdaddy real soon. Might be. That's really going to take him out of here. That's really going to take him out of here for his children to be spending more time with another man other than him. He's not going to be able to take that. He's not going to be able to take that. Okay. Now, it was most recently said that Martell has purchased an expensive gift for Sheree. All right. We already talked about how he has not purchased he did not give anything to his own children, his two daughters, for their birthday. But you showed up there. You sure did show up to the skate party to start some drama. Okay. He just popped up there. We talked about it. We already talked about how he popped up at the kids' skate party. He looked up in there and saw Marcus was there. Marcus' husband was there, skating and having a good time with the kids. Okay. Mr. Devin Keith was there. He was skating with Mel. Mel had the biggest smile on her face. She was happy. She was in a happy place. She was doing her thing. Here come Martell pulling up unannounced, starting some mess. And he just so happened to look up in there and see that. And that's why he went and did the post and delete. Now, Martell was not supposed to, and this was ordered by the judge, post anything else as it relates to Melody in a negative light on social media. This was something he was ordered to do, but he tried to be slick about it and do a quick post and delete. Okay. He tried to do a whole post and delete, not knowing that we bloggers and everybody else going to do screenshots. So even though you put it on there, please understand people see it. People are going to see it and do screenshots. We're going to talk about it. We're going to put you on blast. And that's what he was not counting on. He was hoping that he could just put it up there real quick and take it back down just for a few people to see it, to try to blast Melody and to embarrass Mr. Devin Keith. But he's not realizing that Miss Van and everybody else is pulling for and or is in support for Devin Keith as well as Melody. So he made his own self look like an ass doing this. But you need to realize, Martell, while you pointing the finger at somebody else, you got three pointing back at you with your felony ass out here. Okay. And then it was said where Destiny was talking about this whole rental car mess, talking about she had to rent cars for Melody that were not returned. I'm willing to bet you that it had to do everything with Martell because he was using a rental car the same night that he did this whole heist, this whole ATM heist. He used a rental car at that time. So I'm willing to bet you. Now, she's known Martell for how long? So I don't know who rented this car for him to go out here and commit this whole heist. But I want to say that had something to do with him not returning a rental car, not Melody. I don't see her doing that. I don't see Melody doing that. So for Destiny to put that out there to try to make Melody look like she's irresponsible like that, I don't see it. But Martell, I do, because he comes from a long line of criminals. Martell comes from a long line of criminals. All right. Also, something else that I was thinking about in terms of that, y'all know Martell was a jailer during the time that he was caught with the ATM situation. He was a jailer down in Huntsville, Alabama. Okay. So how you a jailer and you go to jail? We talked about that. How stupid do you have to be? How stupid do you have to be to call out of work when you work at the jail to go and commit a crime that you know is going to have you locked up in there, that's going to cause you to have a felony? Anything you do that's money related is going to be a felony. I don't know why he didn't know that. But then again, he is slow. Okay. He is slow. So for him to commit that crime, and also his Uncle Sam, y'all remember his Uncle Sam from the show. All right. Well, Uncle Sam was pissed off at Martell when he was at his wine launch because he didn't mention the grandmother. Y'all remember? And also Uncle Sam's wife was also involved, okay, in that whole heist, and they had another friend of theirs who was also involved. All right. So then it's no coincidence. I was thinking, y'all remember when Melody went live to say that her son Tank was copying down her ATM card. Now, who would he get that from? Who would little Tank get that from in terms of copying down Melody's card? Who would he get that from? To copy down Melody's ATM card. What would be the purpose of him having Melody's ATM card? Could Martell have put him up to that? I'm gonna say allegedly. That's got his name all over it. I said, damn, what would little Tank be? That would be the furthest thing from his mind. That would be the furthest thing from his mind. Could it be that his father put him up to it? Because Martell had already said, and I played a video where he said he was struggling financially. Okay. Martell already put it out there. He was struggling financially. At one point, Melody had to pay for his lights to be cut on so that the kids could come over there and have a place to come and visit with their dad. So it's no coincidence that out of the blue, little Tank was trying to get away with copying down Melody's credit card number or her ATM debit card number. And she called him and had a little mama talk with him to let him know, yeah, you don't do that. Because now you're acting like your daddy right now. Don't do that. Because that's going to wind up putting you in a place you don't want to be. Okay. So I'm glad she caught that and corrected that, because I feel like that could have had something to do with Martell and his lying, scheming, criminal ass. Okay. Why he want to be sitting out here trying to put somebody else under the bus when he is just as bad. Him and he come from a family of crooks and criminals. Martell is straight up from the projects, and no shade to anybody that's from the projects, okay? Because there's a lot of people from the projects that came up out of there and making some moves but I'm talking about in terms of his mentality. Martell still has a project mentality, but he wants to be famous and have money without putting in the work. Hence the reason why he wants to still continue to try to hold on to Melody. He's not making it without Melody. He's not really making it without Sheree. He's just around her, and he has access to being in the same place that he was when he was with Melody, but he don't really have the access like he had when he was with Melody. Yes, you can go spend the night at Sheree's house. She not about to put your name on that deed because her mama name on there as well as a daughter. Okay. But then again, he don't have the same access to being this prestigious person that he was when he was with Melody. Melody made him look good. Melody gave him that swag. Melody gave him that confidence about himself, because Martell is very insecure. Insecure, narcissistic people act the same way that Martell is. He's insecure, which is why he called out another black man, because you cannot be in that man's space. I already said it. Martell cannot put two sentences together. Martell cannot put two sentences together to even compete with being like Councilman Devin Keith. He cannot. That's why when you saw him, he was like, oh, hell no. Because he already know who this person is. You've taken pictures with this man. You've been around this man. So you know exactly who he is. You know the caliber of man that he is. So it bothers you to see that Melody is in a space with someone who she tried to make you to be. And it just didn't stick with you because you don't have it in you. You either have it in you or you don't. She got your teeth fixed for you, and it still didn't click with you. You ran out here and got these suits, it still don't click with you. So you cannot be the type of man that she was trying to help you be. Mel was trying to build you into being this prestigious person that she needed in her life. But you were so focused on chasing ass and running out here committing crimes that you just didn't get it. Why she had to be out here spending $1,500 to get you back in school? That's the mentality, when she can go out here and get a man who has a whole degree, who already has his builder's license to be flipping houses. When she done went out here, she already gave you the setup. She done went out here and bought the 47 acres. So now if she's dating Mr. Keith, he has the potential to help her build and become even more rich. If he's flipping houses, he know what he's doing. He's educated, unlike Martell. So this is who she needs to be in her life. That's who she needed from the start. So Martell is very insecure at the fact that Melody finally found someone to be in the space that she needed him to be in. Martell can't do it. He can't do it. Martell is a mama's boy. Okay. His mama already told him, you're just like your daddy. Just like your daddy, who spent 25 years in a penitentiary. We done talked about it. Martel, like I said, comes from a long line of criminals where his own damn daddy spent 25 years. Like I said the other day, if you spent 25 years in prison, it's something that you did very wrong. Something very bad that you did to have to spend 25 years of your life in prison. And that's who his mother chose. That is who his mother chose to procreate with. Okay. Your Uncle Sam, felony. Uncle Sam's wife, felony. Okay. His brother ain't too much better. Every one of them. His mama liked to drink. She was probably drinking when she was pregnant with him. Allegedly. We'll say allegedly. Hence the reason his ass is so damn slow. She's probably drinking a fifth of Hennessy every day while she carried him. And I'm going to say allegedly. There's something wrong with Martell. Something not connecting. Your chromosomes is something just not connecting with you, Martell. All right. And I blame a lot of that on his mama because she keep gaslighting him and allowing him to be the idiot that he is. Okay. It's bad enough his father wasn't there to teach him how to be a man. Now you are raising sons to be in that same cycle, to be as sorry as you are. Okay. But you fake being around people for clout. Like I said, you fake being around Mr. Devin for that clout. Only to turn around and use that moment to try to embarrass this man. And that only made you look stupid in the process. And it also gave Melody ammunition for when she goes back to court for the child custody case, which he doesn't realize. You only sticking your own foot up your ass, Martell. If he could only see that. But he's not smart enough. Martell is not smart enough to realize that when he does things, that it's only going to trip him up in the end. Okay? Just like he thought he was going to get away with that ATM heist while his ass was sitting in the car and told the police officers that he borrowed the car from a friend when clearly they can run the license plate and tell it's a rental car. That's just how stupid he is. People like that Martell doesn't realize that people can see through his lies. All right? I'm going to play a clip for you where Melody and Martell is talking about how they're going to split up everything in terms of their divorce. Martell got caught in a lie right here. Okay. I'm going to play the audio. I cannot show you the audio because it's it's clip from OWN, and OWN is very, iffy about that. So I don't want to get a copyright claim, but I will play the audio where Martell he's low-key pissed that they're having to dissolve their businesses, Houghton, all these other businesses that they put together in terms of moving forward with the divorce. All right. Martell really didn't want the divorce, but he tried to sit there and lie because the cameras were there to say that he only wanted to be with Melody just for the children. All right. So I'm going to play this with y'all so y'all can see just how stupid his ass is.
I mean, to me, it's just real simple. Just anything and everything between us.
I just want to go ahead and make sure we write it out and document it well. Hope Custom Homes.
I mean, that's really with our attorneys. Yeah, that's what they're being paid for. But go ahead.
But we got to agree first. So Hope Custom Homes. Make sure I don't want any, because there was some things that your attorney was missing, certain businesses, and I was like,
I mean, it's so ironic that you're saying stuff that I've been telling you for quite some time for us to get on the same page, for us to sit down and talk, and now you're trying to flip it and say that let us agree first. And that's the same thing I've been saying for months now. Let us go ahead and agree, and then we can give it to our attorneys, because it's kind of difficult. Like right now, we're waiting on your attorney to respond to something, and I don't even know what's coming from him. I don't even know. My attorney said that we're still waiting on something from your attorney. I'm like, damn, it's been
a week?
Oh, it's been over a week.
Maybe a day or two, but it's been about a week. Absolutely.
I'm just saying, like, what's up? I know that you want to get this divorce final, and so do I. So I'm on my turn.
So you're saying, so do you? So why was last night you texting me asking me to keep our family together? So you saying you want it, so do I. I want to get this divorce over. Make up your mind.
I'm happy that you just mentioned that for us to keep the family together. And one of the main reasons, if you're gonna say that, say everything.
Okay. What else?
So
when I say keep my family together, what have I said?
Why don't you tell me?
I said that I want my kids to be raising up with their mom and their father under one roof, right? And I said if I were to even think about us being together, it would really be for the kids.
I don't have that anywhere. You have not said a such thing to me. That you would.
Jesus, please. We just talked about it, and you repeat.
You said what?
Yeah, we just talked about this like 2 days ago.
When did you and I talk? 2 days ago, Martell.
Okay, so
you said if anything, you want us to be together for the kids. No, sir.
Okay.
You talk about the kids, yes, but you also the way you're saying it right now is not right.
That's exactly how it was.
Oh, so you're saying that you wanted us to stay under the same roof but not be married, but their kids have their mom and dad in the same house. Is that correct?
No, let's talk about business. We're getting personal. Let's talk about business.
Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, we've been intertwined for so long it makes it difficult.
Well, let's not make it difficult right now. Let's just stay focused.
Okay, absolutely. Whole custom homes.
Okay.
You don't want custom homes, right?
Everything that's between us.
She caught him in a whole lie. Y'all hear that? Caught him in a whole lie. Martell sat there. He won't count on Melody bringing up the fact that he was continuing to text her talking about let's be back together. But then he always tried to throw it in there to say that, no, I said just for the kids. I think that we should just be together just for the kids. I wasn't saying in terms of me and you. Who in their right mind gonna stay with somebody just for their kids and continue to be abused? He is crazy. He is crazy. And then when Melody said, why don't you tell me what you said? He started stuttering like Sheree. I said, see, your ass done been around Sheree too long. Because that's how she do. When they ask her, when Andy Cohen asked her at the reunion, when is your line gonna be out? She by Sheree, spring, summer, winter, fall. Like, girl, which one is it? You don't call it out all the seasons. Like, when is the line gonna be out? I mean, damn. He get the stuttering when he get the line. He was upset at the fact that they had to sit here and dissolve those businesses. He was pissed about that. Melody was like, okay, Hope Custom Homes. He was mad about that. He was mad because in his mind, he felt like it was still some hope there. He came to the meeting hoping that he could talk to Melody and talk her down from doing this whole divorce. But Melody, I'm glad she stuck with her guns, was like, okay, yes, let's go ahead on to dissolve this. Let's go ahead and dissolve this. At the end of the day, no, we're not going to play this game. Now, you just texted me last night. That's what she let his ass know on camera. And every time she get him on camera, he pulled it. I just said for the kids. I just said we should just try to stay together for the kids. Mel said, do you think that I'm about to stay under the same roof with you just for the kids and continue to go through what I'm going through? Just so that you can continue to do what you want to do. She was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. She was done. And he saw that. He saw that. Martell does not like to reveal who he really is, y'all. Martell really is a scared little boy. That's why he stay in the gym like that. That's why he chose to have that job as a jailer, because people like that like to feel like they're in control. People like that like to feel like they're in control. And when Martell is out of control, that's why he acts out and have these temper tantrums and want to be trying to fight people, because that's all he can do. His vocabulary is not that great. So anytime he blow up like that, he can't use his words because he don't have no words. Martell cannot put two sentences together. Okay? He cannot put two sentences together. And Melody proved it right here in this situation with him. He don't know how to handle business, and she knew that when she sat down to do this business proposition with him. I'm just going to let my attorneys handle it. We're just going to let the attorneys handle it. But then you can't even sit there and say what businesses you want and don't want. He knew he couldn't keep those businesses anyway because he don't know how to run a business, because Melody was running all the businesses. He was going to run Holt through the ground even if he did try to keep the business. So it was great that Melody and them decided to go ahead and dissolve Holt and Holt. It was $1 million company. But his stupid ass had to go out there and mess things up. Melody did not want to have any ties with Martell as it related to them building anything. The only ties that Melody wanted to have as it related to Martell was those children. That's it. And that is what he's mad about. He cannot go back and reach back and take anything else from her. And I'm glad that she set it up that way. And that's how it has to be sometimes. When you trying to cut yourself loose from people, it's got to be completely. Unfortunately, she has to deal with him in this co-parenting situation. And that just seems to be, very hard for her to have to do. But the children are here. He is their father, unfortunately. And I'm going to say unfortunately. So for 18 years, she got to deal with him and his bullshit. She still got to deal with him the longest because Sugar Mama is 2 years old? So Lord have mercy, she got 16 more years of his bullshit to deal with him and his immaturity, his insecurity, him blowing up on her, following her around. Like, it's just enough is enough. I just feel like Melanie needs to go ahead and just get that restraining order, baby. And as soon as he violates that, she needs to make an example out of him and go ahead and have his ass locked up. I'm just saying. Just have him locked up. I know it's going to hurt, honey. The children might cry, but explain to them, this is what happens when you do not respect boundaries and rules, because they're watching him. they're getting older now to where they can grow up and Google who their father is. And it's unfortunate that Melody's son Tank is named after Martell after he already has this scrutiny on his name. Martell has tarnished Martel Holt's name. So now his son is named after him. He's going to have to grow up and be called Martel Holt after his dad already been out here, you know, with the ATM situation, with the whole felony, his reputation of him being aggressive. You know, whenever you hear Martel Holt, it's just like, oh, that's what everybody hear now. Anytime you hear Martel Holt, it's like, oh. So for his son to be named after him, it's just like, oh, you know, maybe they need to think about changing his name from that to something else, so that he can have a great shot in life, because Martell has damaged that name. I would not want to be named after my own damn dad if he was the type of person as Martell is. Like, for real, it's a slap in the face. And it would not surprise me if Lil Tank grew up and said, Mama, I want to change my name. I do not want my name to be after my dad, after what I know now about him. Okay? I really think he's going to grow up and probably not want anything to do with Martell. And he's going to also not want Martell's name. Because that's not nothing to be proud of, to be honest. That's nothing to be proud of, the way that you treated their mother, the way that you think of men, period. You look down on other men when you, sir, are the real problem. Martell, you are the problem, sir. Everything that you try to say about somebody else, you are 10 times worse than that. You tell Melody every time y'all get into an argument that she's the cheater when you are the biggest cheater. You have probably been through all 50 some odd states, honey, with every woman out there as it relates to IG. That's the worst thing that could have ever happened to Martell was the internet, honey, IG, social media. Because that is what he uses to be out here running with these women. That's the worst thing that could have ever happened to him. Because it's feeding his ego to make him think he's a shit like that. And he was so into saying that Melody wanted to be famous and she wanted to be a star. But he is using and riding on the back of this whole situation of him being on Love and Marriage Huntsville to make these women out here think that he's this famous star, to make them want to be with him. That's all it is. We say, oh, Melody wanted to be a star. She wanted to be a star. She went and did an audition for, what was the show? Some singing show where she was trying to be American Idol. She said Melody went to audition for American Idol because she wanted to be famous. And then it's no coincidence when this show happened, he was saying, I really didn't want to do it. I didn't want. Yes, you did. I feel like Martell wanted to do Love and Marriage Huntsville more than Melody wanted to do it, because that was his way of becoming famous, because he didn't have nothing else going on. He didn't have nothing else going on. Melody could have made it and still become who she is had she not done Love and Marriage Huntsville, because of the connections that she had. Everybody knows who Melody is in Huntsville. Melody has the gift to gab. She's smart. She knows how to start businesses. She was already famous just from Holt and Holt, because people knew who she was from the business adventures that she was doing. Martell was just there in the suits, just co-signing whatever Melody said. So had she not been on Love and Marriage Huntsville, I mean, yes, the show did kind of boost her celebrityism as to, give her a bigger platform to where people would, all over the world know who she is and make her more famous. But I feel like she still would have made it there had she not been on the show. And had she not been with Martell, because she really didn't need him. She really did not need Martell, But y'all, that's all I have this morning. I wanted to go in and talk about that this morning. I just really feel like Lil Tank, though, I keep saying it, I feel like Martell uses those kids to orchestrate his mess as it relates to trying to come back and hurt Melody. And I really feel like that little boy gonna grow up one day and not want to carry his father's name, because he's seen a lot. It broke my heart to see those kids when they were sitting at the park when Melody was there with Martell, and Lil Tank said that he would like to see his parents get back together so he don't have to cry every night. That's a lot. I don't think Martell really realizes the damage that he's done to his children. That's a lot of damage to where they have to grow up without their mother and father in the house. And maybe that's a great thing that Martell is not there anymore, so that Melody can raise these kids in the way that they need to go. Because Martell has a lot of damage to him. Damaged people will damage people if they don't get the necessary help that they need. Martell has a criminal mind. And now you're passing that down to your children. That mentality. You can only give them what you got. You cannot give them a straight up upbringing like they need if you don't have it, Martell. You already said my father wasn't there. So how are you going to teach them as a father how to be upstanding citizens when you're not? You want to take the easy way out and commit crimes. So you're going to teach them to do the same thing because that's what you did. What is in you will come out. And I'm happy that Melody has these children in therapy so that they can get the help that they need, because Martell will not get the help that he needs. And it's sad. It's sad that the children have to grow up that way. And he uses these children all the time to say, well, my children, I'm 100%, I'm 100% focused on my kids, when you're really not, Martell. Your children are your props. I'm going to say it again. His children are his props in an effort to make him look good and in an effort to build himself up. And it's sad. It's very sad. And I applaud Melody for being the mother and the woman that she is in front of her children, because she is a perfect example of where they need to be and who they need to be in terms of upstanding citizens, because their father, he ain't got it. Martell needs to have supervised visitation as it relates to those children, because he has done enough damage. He is still immature. You got enough time to be on social media posting negative innuendos about a man who you use for clout. And I'm going to say it again. He was good enough for you to take a picture and smile in the picture with him, but then you turn right around when you feel like you could use something against him to try to pull him down. And that's what's wrong with black folk today. We constantly pulling each other down versus building each other up. We've already been through enough as black people. We've already been through enough as black people. So we don't need our own people tearing each other down. When you see another black man out here doing something, or a black woman that's out here doing something that's positive in the community, people make mistakes. It's nothing for you to go to Walmart and put some water in the bottom of your car and forget to pay for it. That's a simple mistake. But it's not a mistake when you drive your ass to a bank and try to steal an ATM. That's a conscious decision. That's the difference. Okay? That is a difference, Martell. There's a difference between a mistake and an intentional act. Okay? And that's all I got to say about it. There's a difference. There's a difference. Stop tearing other people down because you're insecure and insecure as a man. Go somewhere and get some therapy so that you can figure out why you as a man is so insecure over another man who is out here getting it and bossing up and doing something with their life, because you ain't doing nothing, sitting back waiting on the judge to tell you you got full custody when it's not going to happen. You're not capable of taking care of another human being because you don't take care of yourself. Your mind is on sleeping with and running with other ain't shit women. And I'm going to say it right here. I'm going to say it right here. When you got that BBB up in you, and I keep saying it, that bitch boy behavior, that is what's going to come out. It was very bitch boy of you to call out another black man for a mistake that he made when you made an intentional decision to commit a crime. You called out of work to commit a crime. Working at the jail and didn't know your ass was going to be right back there. I said it before. You committed a crime, called from jail, only to go back to jail. What sense does that make? What sense does that make? Let's get on out of here, y'all. We're going to leave on out of here on that note. Because y'all know I can stay here and drag, baby. BBB, bitch boy behavior. Martell is a bitch boy. I'm going to say it on my channel. Let me lean in so you can hear bitch boy behavior. Read my lips, Martell. Bitch boy behavior. BBB. You got the BBBs, bro. And ain't nothing you can take to get rid of it. Ain't nothing you can take to get rid of the BBBs. And you run with BGBs. Women who have that bitch girl behavior. We talked about it. Bitch boy behavior running with BGB, bitch girl behavior. It's a lot of bitches in the room. Do I need to say it again? It's a lot of bitches in the room. It's a whole bunch of bitches. It's a whole lot of bitches in the room. It's a whole lot of them. Somebody need to leave the room. Okay? What is it on Player Club? Everybody leave the dressing room, please. Ain't that what they said on Players Club? Ain't that what Lisa Ray said? Everybody leave the dressing room, please. Yeah. I need everybody to leave the dressing room, please. Because there's too many BBBs in the room. Nah. Hot damn it. There's too many BBBs in the room. But let's get on out of here. Thank you guys for joining. Y'all know I was going to eat the food this morning. Anytime I talk about Martell, baby, it's going to come out of me. Y'all already know. He takes my energy. Yes, God. Yes, he does. Everybody leave the dressing room. That's what Lisa Ray said. I need everybody out the dressing room. Even you, Martell. And take that bitch boy behavior with you. Pack it up. Take that bitch boy behavior with you. And all the bitch girls behavior that's running behind you. Sheree, Ariane, all y'all pick me's on social media. follow them out the door. And close the door behind you when you leave. Because I don't want none of that bitch girl behavior or bitch boy behavior seeping back up in here. Take all that with you. Out of here, out of here, out of here. Okay? Yeah. And speaking of out of here, I'm going to get on out of here because I got to go work and earn a coin today. Okay? I am working from home today. I'm happy as hell. It's freezing outside. I ain't got to burn no gas. Say, love you, Carrie. I love you too. And Petitious, as well as everyone else in the room. If you got any content creators in the building, thank y'all for being here as well. Please hit that like button. We got 658 in Car Chronicles this morning. That is big. Yes, it is. Let me give y'all another snap on that. 338 likes. Let's get the likes up. If you didn't hit a like on the way in, please hit it on your way out. I see people, 2 people gave super stickers. If I did not say it while you guys gave it earlier, definitely thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys that send cash apps as well. I really appreciate it, you guys. I be so busy sometimes I don't get to get back to it, but I really, really do appreciate you guys supporting me as well as this channel. Okay, love you guys down. If I run across any more tea, y'all know I'm gonna come on here and give it to you. Okay, love you guys that way. Y'all have a blessed and beautiful Monday. All right. Until we see each other again, goodbye. Oh, like and subscribe, okay? If you did not subscribe, please do that as well. Thank you, mods, for doing such a splendid job as well, keeping the trolling down, okay? Love you guys, and goodbye.